The San Diego Rescue Mission has been around for 60 years, providing services to an indigent and basically homeless population, serving up spiritual guidance and serving meals, soup and salvation. Our men's center is our largest program. That's around 200 men. And they're here in year-long sobriety programs that they can graduate after a year.
And they come in beat up, and at some point in their time here, it takes hold, it takes root. And when they take root, and it's like the light bulb experience, something goes off, and that they can and accomplish all things through Christ who strengthens them.
And the women's program is very similar, except in the women's program, some of the women will have children.
The women that I have encountered here are women who have been sexually abused, physically abused. You know, they've gone through domestic violence. They're just women who are just lost.
They get Bible training as they do in the men's program. There's church services twice a day and a lot of Bible study that helps them to get themselves centered in Jesus Christ and God. The third program, which is not a long-term program, is our emergency shelter, Nueva Vida Haven. That program for me is the biggest tragedy in America's finest city, to think that we have 80 to 90 mothers and kids come in here just for a meal, a bed, and a meal and a bag lunch in the morning. And that shelter is just about filled every single night, 365 days a year. Most homeless children on the street, some of the kids would be in that emergency shelter, their parents don't put them into school until the first grade. Our children's center, which is an educational center that operates during the day, our children's center is designed to provide educational and training for those children so that they can enter the first grade. The state's ratio is 12 to 1, and ours is going to be 4.5 to 1.
The San Diego Rescue Mission, we survive it and thrive off of donations. In our program, we have 200 men. We have about 160, 200 men and women and children. And then also in our shelters, we would have about 100 a night. But we get so much food donated to us that there's no way in the world that we could use it. So we spread that around.
Our Partners for a Hunger program is the largest nonprofit food recycler in San Diego County. And we will collect nearly 5.5 million pounds of food. So about half of that 5.5 million pounds of food that we collect, we hand off to those agencies, where many of them pick up 70 to 80% of the food that they dispense in those areas.
Because it's such a difficult population, the success stories seem to be a lot more powerful. It's kind of neat to see somebody going from having spent 20 years on the street drinking or using for that entire time, and then come into the recuperative care unit, kind of be open to the idea of getting help, like in our men's center.
The recuperative care unit is a unit that services the most damaged of this homeless population. So you may find people that are on the streets who are undergoing cancer therapy, and we take them in here. We have partnerships with 6 hospitals that buy beds and place people here for a short period of time. We have an outpatient clinic, and we have on average 26 to 28 marriage and family therapists. They come here and they provide counseling to our patients, our clients here in our program, and to folks that walk in or referrals that are made through other agencies around San Diego. We also have 2 transitional housing operations that are open now, one for 28 women and the other for 20 men.
Transitional housing is designed to be a marriage of independent living and supportive services. It's designed to be long-term, so clients can really kind of get some solid ground under them.
We believe very strongly in social enterprise. We are now operating thrift stores throughout San Diego County.
They haven't had an opportunity to learn to be responsible and accountable and develop any kind of discipline or self-discipline to be able to maintain a job.
The social enterprises provide a backdrop for training and learning and teaching for our clients, and also provide funds to pay for the other programs where we don't make any money. Most people see homeless at intersections, or places where they panhandle. They're not all alcoholics. They're not all drug addicts. They're not all people that are just on the dole. Many of these people are there because they fell out of society. They didn't have great educations. They weren't able to get great jobs, and one bad decision after another led them to being on the streets, losing their homes. The San Diego Rescue Mission exists to serve and save the least, the lost, and the forgotten.